It is now my pleasure to join the chairman of our board of directors, Pepe Gonzalez, to present this year's Pay It Forward Award to our 1 degree of change, two people who have changed our world.
The Pay It Forward Award was established by 10,000 Degrees Board of Directors in 2003 to recognize the visionary leadership and extraordinary generosity of an individual, individuals, or business. Tonight, we honor 1 degree of change, Chris and Chuck Michaels. Over the last 15 years, we have gotten to know two very heartfelt, generous, and loving people. They are devoted, loving parents to their children, Samantha and Ben, and their dog, Champ, and they care deeply about the well-being of others in the community. In addition to being very active in their children's schools, Chuck has served on the board of 10,000 Degrees, currently serves as a trustee at Arizona State University, and Chris serves on the board of directors for the Sun Devil Athletic Club. I personally came to know Chris about 7 years ago as she came and started volunteering at my elementary school. She chose to drive over the hill instead of volunteering in a residential school to help at my school, which serves predominantly students who qualify for free and reduced lunch. Both Chris and Chuck have served as 10,000 Degrees mentors, donors, supporters, and friends, and have devoted their philanthropy generously to giving educational opportunities to others. In 2004, they established a scholarship program for their alma mater, Arizona State University. Now, in its 13th year, they have added more than 50 students to their family, supporting 50 scholarships renewable through college completion. Last year, in honor of memory of Chuck's father, Mike, Chuck and Chris made a transformational gift to 10,000 Degrees that essentially catapulted our numbers of students. I vividly remember last year when Chris and Chuck stood on this stage and shared their story. Chuck shared that the day that he and his sister graduated from college, that it was one of the happiest moments of his father's life. I know he is looking down on all of us tonight, and he couldn't be more proud of you, your family, and the goodness that you've brought to others.
Chris and Chuck, it's truly been an honor for me to get to know you and to work with you over these last 15 years. I feel so fortunate. Last year, you shared with me that your father was your and your family's 1 degree of change. Well, you are ours. You changed our world immensely this past year and the world of thousands of students and families. And tonight, it is our turn to give to you. To give you an expression of our very deep gratitude, appreciation, and huge love. To honor you for the deep commitment to humankind and your expressions of generosity. To thank you for giving our students the gift of hope and opportunity, and for giving us all the gift of humanity, for you express the best of who we are and how we want our world to be. You are both loved by many. Angie Cuorte, last year's keynote speaker, one of your many scholarship recipients, is unable to be with us tonight and sends much love your way. She writes, "Dear Chuck and Chris, you continue to invest in hope in the future of this country, and for that I cannot think of a more deserving recognition. The impact you have on hundreds of youth looking for someone to take a chance on them will have a ripple effect that will shatter all ceilings. While I cannot be there tonight, know that I will continue to pay it forward. Always, congratulations, love, Angie." Would you please join us up on stage? The gift that Chuck and Chris are receiving tonight is a crystal earth signifying changing the world.
It's scary he's letting me start. This week Chuck was out of town, And so the kids and I got some Chinese food, and when we were done, we had a fortune cookie, and this was my fortune. It said, not about plum sauce. It says, you will be recognized and honored at as a community leader. So I immediately thought I need to go buy some lottery tickets. Have not done that yet, but I will get to that, I think. Chuck and I are honored and humbled to accept this award. Our involvement with 10,000 Degrees has been for over a decade. When we got married, we sat down and decided that our philanthropic time, talent, and treasure was going to be in the education field. We felt then, and we still feel today, that education is the great equalizer. First, we established a scholarship mentor program at our alma mater, Arizona State University. Go Devils. And then, during the same time, we were introduced to Kim Mazzuca from Chuck's business partner, Graham Brandt. And when you meet Kim, you're like, wow. So she's extraordinary. We love the vision. We love the mission. And then we heard the stories of the students. And we're all in. That was it. So they have so much potential, and all they need is an opportunity.
I have to tell you, I'm a little overwhelmed right now. When Kim called us a while ago and asked about honoring us, most of the philanthropy we've tried to do over the years has been very anonymous, and we debated, and now we're here, and the nice and kind things you just said, I'm brought to tears. So thank you very much. We really appreciate the kind words. I've got a lot of friends here tonight, and people that I've met through 10,000 Degrees, and so the people who know me best know that I love quotes. Quite frankly, in business school 30 years ago, I started collecting quotes, and still to this day do that. And so I'd like to share a few quotes with you that I think are appropriate for tonight. I'm hoping that they may resonate with you or somebody here tonight so that you'll follow in our footsteps, and so that we'll be honoring you in a couple of years. So the first quote I used to hear a lot from my parents, mostly around the holidays, and it says, "It's better to give than receive." I always thought that was their nice way of telling me I didn't get that expensive gift that I really wanted. It was, I'm sure. But now I truly understand that they were really teaching me just an incredible, invaluable lesson. The second quote is really, it's in honor of my father. If you were here last year, I got a chance to talk just a little bit about him. But my dad grew up in Brooklyn. He was a Los Angeles or Brooklyn Dodger fan. And one of the greatest Dodgers of all time is Jackie Robinson. And Jackie Robinson said, "A life is not important except the impact it has on other lives." So we hope that our involvement with 10,000 Degrees impacts many lives. We know it's impacted ours a lot. And then the final quote, quite frankly, is more of a Bible passage. And Chris and I have tried to make this more of our personal mantra. And it says, "To whom much is given, much is expected." Chris and I have been so blessed in so many areas that we feel an obligation to try and provide opportunities for others. We cannot think of a better organization than 10,000 Degrees to partner with. We are 1 degree.
Enjoy your night. Enjoy the evening.